Well, every institution is facing the need for some kind of reimagination or reinvention, from the United Nations to national governments to the core institutions of our societies. So that's a challenge for all of us. When it comes to the UN, I would look to three different ways that I think the UN has an important possibility to reimagine itself for the world that we're in. And it's already taking some of those strides. But I would point to new faces, new issues, and new instruments. When you think about new faces, the UN has an incredible possibility, and is already doing this, to invite into its conversations, its debates, its decision-making, a whole spectrum of new stakeholders who have a significant stake in the decisions that are made and in what happens in our world. So the UN and all of us have an incredible opportunity to harness those new pressures, demands, and voices in our decision-making going forward. New issues, we clearly face an agenda that has more genuinely collective challenges on it than we've had before. The pandemic is one of them, climate change is another, and there are additional ones around emerging technologies that really require us to take on and tackle some of these challenges in a deeply common way as we move forward. And the third is new instruments. You have seen over the history of the UN a surprising degree of innovation in looking at new ways to solve problems as they confront them. Something like peacekeeping was not in the UN Charter. The UN invented it when they had to in the middle of the Sinai crisis, the Suez crisis in 1956. So there are all kinds of ways that the UN, working with partners, needs to look at solutions in innovative ways. And I think that's really the face of the UN going forward. The UN has got to be at the center of that. There's really no other institution that has that ability to convene diverse voices, from the most powerful to the most vulnerable, to mobilize the most diverse ideas, and to create a platform for finding common practical solutions and new solutions to the challenges we face.